Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow members, and most welcome guests. Tonight, I am going to be capitalizing on our theme advertisement to impress you on my lucrative business endeavor. Now, you may be telling me, Will, it's a bad economy, worst idea, don't invest in anything, don't start up anything. Well, this unique industry is actually a 80 billion global industry worldwide. Now, in America, this industry actually produces 40 million cups a day. Now, is there not a market? What do you think I might be talking about? Yes, the coffee industry. And my unique product, Oma's finest 100% Colombian organic coffee. Not in stores just yet in Tampa, but slowly in stores in Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, you might say, well, Will, you obviously can't compete with Starbucks, Maxwell, all the big company coffees in America. Well, the unique coffee that I have here, this little label here says organic, USDA approved. Organic? Well, yes. Do you want to drink anything else besides organic? Well, what does organic mean exactly? Well, based on the USDA website, it's an ecological approach that enforces these companies that they do want to get the USDA approval to use biological approaches to pest management and also an ecological system to their farm production. And also fair trade markets to help these farmers produce more income and have a larger impact on their workers. So just how does this coffee come about? How did I even realize this? Well, my sister actually, she has been in Colombia now for 3 years, South America, not North Carolina. And she says, Will, I've been studying this coffee. I think it should come to the United States. She's presented to Whole Foods. Whole Foods tested it out, and they like it. They've been ordering cases after cases, and then now I am actually putting my foot into the industry. If you didn't know, actually, last Thursday was National Coffee Day. So if you didn't get a free cup of coffee at 7-Eleven, there's always next year. Or if you become friends with me on Facebook and like my coffee, I may just happen to give you a free cup of coffee one day. So how does this coffee come about? How does this produce from Colombia and get to the United States? Well, it's actually not too complicated. If you didn't already know, coffee beans actually come from a coffee cherry produced by coffee trees. These coffee beans, actually have a picture for you. Look similar to your regular red cherry. Now inside of these cherries are your actual coffee beans. Farmers pick these rigorous all day long and peel the cherry pulp right out and put the beans all together, and they're peeling these things all day long, and they ferment them, then dry them out, and then they lay them all in the fields, dried out, and then they bring them all back up. They actually sweep them, but they're all clean sweepers. and they put them together. They roast them in the factory. Actually, for your average American coffee, roasting is typically about 7 minutes, which is measured on how dark you like your coffee. The longer it's roasted, the more of the stronger taste. Starbucks typically likes to roast their coffee about 8 to 10 minutes. So that's why sometimes you might get that little bit of bitter taste sometimes. Now, on the subject with Starbucks enforcing my idea as a good idea to capitalize in the marketplace, Starbucks actually, their revenue was $1 billion last year in profits, and they only capitalize on 10% of the coffee industry. So, out of all the households in America, 40% actually still buy their coffee in regular stores, and make the coffee at the house. Now, what does coffee actually do to your body once you consume it after it's grinded up, roasted? Well, actually, research has shown that it actually has its health benefits. It helps with type 2 diabetes, and also research has shown that it could also reduce depression over time in females. Another interesting fact about coffee is that it helps with a chemical in our body, also known as andocene. Andocene actually is a hormonal chemical that makes you tired. And your receptors in your brain, andocene, goes towards these receptors. Well, the caffeine from coffee actually blocks these andocenes from coming into your brain. So that's actually kind of stops the tiredness. Well, I appreciate the opportunity to advertise a little bit on my coffee, and in the months to come, I hope that you will see my product on the shelves near you, and you will think of Worrell at Toastmasters and his Colombian experience and informing you about coffee production. Thank you.